riders that needed support as we come back to the chase group. So there's a second group there behind this one, which is the main peloton.
And this is good to see in the white colours at the back, Isla Bradbury.
Oh yeah, it's so great to see Isla racing again. I was teammates with her on Roxolder Attacker back in 2019, but I think that was the last time she raced at the national level. So really good to see sister of World Tour professional Isla back out there racing.
Also towards the back at number 21, that is Mia Williams from the Meridian Blue cycling team, powered by 99 Bikes. Unfortunately for them, they don't have Alyssa Polites in the race today because of the crash that she had last weekend in the Cadel Evans Great Ocean Road Race.
No, but we do see on the front there, Matt, Rhylee, who's a Kiwi and has just finished racing the New Zealand under-23 Nationals that she won, says. So she's done the Nationals in New Zealand, down past Christchurch in the South Island. She's done the race, gone home, gotten up at 4 a.m. the next morning on Saturday, flown here to Melbourne and is lining up for this race.
Yeah, that's not just incredible determination, but also shows how important a race like this is to the riders and what lengths they'll go to in order to not just participate, but really race. Like, this is in the front bunch, so her legs clearly aren't feeling too tired.
Almost 60 riders on the start line today. That is a significantly reduced peloton already. But when I say already, they've covered more than 100 Ks. They're down to 55 to go. They are way ahead of schedule.
Yeah, and what I heard from in the race bunch, I was messaging one of my good friends, Verita Stewart, who's looking after the MBO Crane Tech racing team, and she was saying the bunch really split over one of the key hill climbs there, and then once they put it into the gutter, it's really difficult, and you can see just how motivated this group is here. There's actually not a huge amount of experience in this group. People who I'm looking for to show the most amount of experience is riders actually like Hayley Fuller. She's done 3 seasons in Europe. She was actually over there during COVID as a 18, 19-year-old. So this will be a great experience for a lot of these new riders coming through. How do you work in a crosswind? Where do you sit? But this is a really stressful moment within the bunch.
I can also see Jess Pratt there in the Maltese national champion jersey. She has a ton of experience racing in Europe. She won the Zwift Academy in 2019, and you can see her really on the right side of the road, right up there with the Praties team, getting a good sit.
And she's in a good position because she's got 2 teammates with her as well. And they don't have a huge amount of pressure on them because they've already had a successful weekend, as you've mentioned, with the victory in the under-23 road race at the New Zealand National Championships.
Yeah, it's already been a big, stint for them as we see a rider flying off the front there. But I think it's Josephine Pepper who's chasing that rider down, and she needs to be careful. It's not really Josie's responsibility from the Duda cycling team, not as the main team, to be chasing down those breaks. You want to be looking at other riders there.
Caitlin Nicholson on the move, the Oceania champion, and we're seeing a reaction coming from the Praties team, not surprisingly. Inside the last 55 kilometres, destination Warnambool.
Says I was thinking the same thing there. I think because we've got the leader of the jersey in there, and also because Keely Bennett, she wasn't a part of the SA Kick-It, so she doesn't have any points. And of course, Ali Anderson, one of the favourites to also take out the ProVelo Super League and getting that contract. As we see the riders come across here, it is the Oceania champion Caitlin Nicholson leading them across there. I would really be ensuring, considering she has 2 riders up the road, Caitlin Nicholson do not do any work.
Well, there's 3 in here from Praties, and Isla Bradbury, her return to racing, she is at the front of the group. That is putting a smile on the face of Sarah Gigante.
Yeah, that's not just any return to racing. That's a fantastic return. She has been doing ultra marathons in the last 2 years, though, so even though we haven't seen her, she's been keeping super fit. She did 100 kilometres just a few months ago. On foot, not bike. So this will seem short.
That's a long bike ride.
Exactly. And it is good to see Praties having to do the work to close this gap now, because I really think Mia Williams, Isla Bradbury, and definitely Caitlin Nicholson with the teammates ahead, they should not be. I said that, now Mia's put in the work, but it's not their responsibility to chase.
No, I absolutely think Caitlin Nicholson should just be sitting on here, and I'm hoping she hasn't already done too much work. Potentially she has, to get this across, because this is now going to be, Matt, a numbers game. And we've almost got I think we have pretty much, except for Rhylee Pollock there, the entire Praties team has made it across to this front group. And Ali Anderson is not going, or Keely Bennett, they're not going to be able to control the number of attacks.
Yeah, that is one scary prospect. You versus the whole #1 team.
So we now have a merging of the groups at the front from the almost 60 starters. All the pre-race favourites, Matilda, still in contention?
Yeah, the one who's missed this is Odette Lynch, I think. Has she just come in there on 14? She has made it. The top rider is in this front group, similar to almost what we saw in the men's yesterday. This is playing out perfectly for the fans at home. But we can just see the white flag's gone up a little bit, a little bit of reassessment. But really, this is Praties' job now to be on the front. If I was any one of the other riders, yes, I'd be looking to make sure I cover any moves, but I'd be getting off the front. Praties have the numbers. You're going to have to start working them down rather than doing any work yourself. You're just going to have to play into these numbers.
I didn't even think they should work. I think they should start attacking. I mean, it's less than an hour to go, and working won't necessarily help. You're just dragging along other strong competitors, but they have so many people. And here's another Praties rider. That must be Rhylee Pollock coming to the front. So yeah, oh, there you go. Caitlin Nicholson's doing the attacks, but I think Praties really need to be on the front foot here.
So this means that they've got 6 out of 6 for Praties in the lead group. That's extraordinary.
Oh, and look, it's Josie Pepper, classic breakaway rider. She never misses it.
Well, I'd be careful with this. Caitlin Nicholson, as Frankie Hall goes to the left there, pretty much showing I can't follow this. The wind is going that direction, though, so potentially she's trying to get a little bit of drag there from the motorbike. But you've got to remember, Caitlin Nicholson was 4th at the Elite Time Trial National Championships in Perth. You couldn't believe you were winning. But as we see here, Matt, this is the group sprint. This is the race here for the under-23s.
And this is the sprint for 4th place. This is Keely Bennett, who is opening up in the grey colours. It is Talia Appleton in the green. Bennett, one of the pre-race favourites. The challenge is coming from Ali Anderson. Talia Appleton is also finishing strongly. It will be a photo. Bennett, 4th.
Wow, and really cool to see the peloton so split up. So even though they set up earlier, it looks like there've been some brutal attacks. Kilometres, perhaps on that pinch with 5.5 Ks to go.
Bennett in 4th position, a photo between Appleton and Anderson for 5th place, which is crucial in the race for the Jayco under-23 classification.
Yeah, and what a huge effort there from Ali Anderson. Not really known for her sprint, but she does come from a track background, which we forget. And so despite being a time trialist, you know, she sprint on her. But I think in the end, Talia will be happy with that performance.